Hello there, my name is Ghimno, and in this video I'll be covering the basics of jungling in League of Legends. Jungling is an alternative route from laning with other champions. It is a great way to control buffs as well as provide an early game advantage for your team. Because there is one less person in the lane, this gives your team an experience advantage due to having two solo lanes instead of one. Some champions, such as Mordekaiser, need a level advantage to do well early game. By jungling, you are allowing your team to have a solo mid and top lane. This also allows for a player advantage gank, as well as providing buffs to help secure a kill. The jungle consists of 12 camps of neutral monsters. Each team has their own set of 5, with 2 higher level bosses in the river. The ancient golem can be found at the end of each side. Upon killing the ancient golem, the killer receives a buff called Crest of the Ancient Golem, which lasts for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and provides the player with increased mana regeneration and cooldown reduction. Following down the path, the wolf camp is next. The wolf camp consists of 1 giant wolf and 2 wolves, all of which have increased critical strike chance. After crossing the lane, the wraith camp follows. The wraith camp contains of a wraith and 3 lesser wraiths. The wraith has a small amount of lifesteal, whereas the lesser wraiths do not. Following the wraith camp, the lizard elder is next. Upon killing the lizard elder, the killer receives a buff called Blessing of the Lizard Elder, giving the player bonus true damage and a slow on their auto attacks for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. After the lizard elder, the golems are the last jungle camp. Unlike most camps, these golems deal identical damage, whereas all other camps have a large damage-dealing monster and 2 to 3 lesser monsters which deal significantly less. The 2 boss monsters are Dragon and Baron. The Dragon is located near the southern end of the river and provides global experience and gold when killed. Baron Nashor is located near the northern end of the river, and when slain provides the team with a buff that gives health and mana regen, attack damage, and ability power. Baron Nashor is much more difficult to kill, so it is recommended that you wait until much later in the game before attempting to kill him. Both of these neutral monsters are much more difficult to kill solo, so it is advised to bring a good portion of your team along when facing these monsters. Runes and masteries play a very large part in clearing the jungle. Because of this, it is recommended to be at least summoner level 20 before you attempt to jungle. While it may be possible to jungle at lower levels with some champions, waiting until 30 will provide the best jungling experience. There are a few key masteries that drastically improve your jungle speed and survivability. Improved smite in the offense tree will allow you to smite more often in the jungle as well as provide bonus gold. The more often you smite, the faster you clear. Awareness in the utility tree will allow you to reach level 4 once you fully clear the jungle, giving you access to all of your abilities as well as 2 points in whichever you are maxing first. Utility Mastery adds time onto your jungle buffs, at max rank extending the time from 2 minutes and 30 seconds to 3 minutes and 15. Veteran Scars in the defensive tree increases your maximum health, allowing you to take more hits in the jungle. Defensive Mastery reduces the damage you take from jungle monsters, allowing you to need to heal less. Runes are much different from masteries. The runes required for jungling changes from champion to champion. The most common rune page includes Armor Pen or Attack Speed Reds, Flat Armor Yellows, Cooldown per level or Magic Resist per level Blues, and Flat Health or Flat Armor Pen Quintessences. Champions who are tanky in the jungle tend to take the defensive runes, whereas champions who rely on a fast auto attack or lifesteal will choose to take Attack Speed or Armor Pen. There are specific types of champions who are able to jungle, namely carries, tanks, and roamers. Tanks focus on using high defense to clear the jungle slowly but surely, carries use high damage output to clear the jungle before taking too much damage, and roamers rely on their strong ability to gank with buffs to gain a kill advantage for their team. Most commonly, Alistar, Amumu, Cho'Gath, Jarvan, Malphite, Nunu, Rammus, Shen, Trundle, and Udyr are the tanks. Fiddlesticks, Aurelia, Jax, Lee Sin, Master Yi, Nocturne, Olaf, Tryndamere, Warwick, and Xin Zhao are carries. Evelynn and Shaco are the roamers. The most commonly used item build starts with the cloth armor and 5 health potions. From there, champions who have taken the defensive rune build are able to start an ancient golem, using smite as the finishing blow. Those champions are able to clear down the jungle in a line, finishing a level 4 with both buffs. Other starting items include Vampiric Scepter. Vampiric Scepter is used on champions who rely on attack speed and lifesteal, providing them with additional lifesteal for survivability. Most commonly, these champions will choose to take attack speed and armor penetration, allowing them to start at Wraith Camp, being sure to use smite on the large wraith to engage. From there, Vampiric Scepter champions will kill the wolf camp, then wait for smite at double golems. After using smite to kill double golems, these champions will recall and then return to the jungle for both buffs before ganking. After you get around 500 gold, you may want to consider what you're going to build your cloth armor into. Most champions that use a lot of auto attacks prefer to build a Madred's Razor. The on-hit effect can massively increase your speed in the jungle. If lifesteal is an important stat for your jungle champion, the Wriggle's Lantern is a great option to build afterwards, providing you with free wards and bonus lifesteal. Other champions, such as tanks, may prefer to build the cloth armor into an Aegis of the Legion, or disregard it completely and buy something else entirely. Keep in mind that a successful gank may not always mean a kill. If the enemy champions ghost and flash away, you've made them waste their precious summoner abilities, allowing you a guaranteed kill next time you swing around. Wards are a very important part to jungling that players tend to neglect. For a measly 75 gold, a sight ward provides global vision for your team for 3 minutes at any position. For 125 gold, a vision ward also provides your team with stealth detection around it. Buying 1 or 2 on each back can be very helpful for your team. After you come to their lane to gank or hold, dropping a ward in their river bushes can drastically reduce their chance of being ganked by an enemy jungler. If the laners are buying wards themselves, placing them at key positions around the map instead can alert your team of any hidden enemy movements. Counter-jungling is the act of stealing an enemy jungler's monsters. For example, Nunu is able to consume the large enemy wraith before going into his own jungle. This causes the enemy team jungler to be behind on experience, denying them their 4th level once they clear. If you notice that one of your jungle minions was taken from you, consider stealing one of the enemies back. If they stole your double golems, chances are they won't be at their own double golems for quite a while. With enough practice, you will be able to have an idea of where the enemy jungler is at all times and react accordingly. Clearing the jungle in a timely fashion is a must. The faster you clear, the sooner you are able to gank. A good clear time to aim for is 4 minutes and 30 seconds. As you're killing the last monster in your jungle path, take note of lane positions. Try to find a lane where the enemy champions are pushed up, allowing you to sneak around behind them to secure an easy kill. If all 3 lanes are pushed up to the enemy tower, consider counter-jungling. If the enemy team does not have a jungler either, ask your lanes if anyone needs to recall to heal or buy. As a jungler, it's your job to make sure all of the lanes are in good condition, and to help those who are not. This concludes my jungle tutorial video, and thanks for watching. If you liked the video and would like to see more tutorials from me, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment below.